Welcome back to another video, guys. So last time we finished this tunnel. So for this video, I have done a little setup for us. So make sure to just copy this part. So just, add a little pathway after the platform because today we're going to make swim goals. So just let the player walk a bit and then go over to power-ups, click on this, build, and then you can place the power-up, which is the goggles. So this is just after we come through this portal, which we added from last time, which we already talked about. Come out of this portal, and you can walk through this pathway. So just create a pathway like this, and then we can create a little pool over here. So now we're gonna have to make sure to use swiping, because if you don't use swiping, you'll notice you have gaps in the pool. You just go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 bits wide. You can make it as long as you want. Just want to make a quick, small little pool just for us, or a medium-sized pool. Nothing crazy, but yes, you could make your entire level of pool if you wanted. Okay, notice, let's say I didn't use swiping, right? Look, I'm going to have gaps in my pool, and I don't want that, right? Pool is not supposed to have gaps. This is one large pool. So you have to use swiping or snapping. Okay, now we can do swipe multi-select, and then we can bring our pool to where we want it. Because remember, look, if I try placing the pool right here, oh, this time it worked. But let's say I want to place the pool right in the middle. Look, I'm unable to place it right in the middle, right? It's being placed over here, right? So that's why we just move it to where we want it to be. Right, because snapping, look, you can't always place it where you want. It goes to specific areas. Then you just place it where you want and then move it after. Now we already covered that before, so I'm not going to talk about that because we already covered it. You just draw it, move it to where you want it to be. Swiping, because it's swiping has snapping. Then you deselect. Okay. Then we can go ahead and swipe bricks. Okay, this doesn't go exactly where we want, so then we just go like this. Then we can move it all. Let's go by one time so we don't have any gaps. Okay, we can add our flowers. Okay, look, flowers don't go exactly where we want it to be, so like this, deselect. Now just select the flowers, bring it down. Okay, hopefully the flowers go exactly where we want. Oh, okay, no. No, just do this, move it down, move it to the side. Okay, and then maybe we want another flower right over here. Then we can move that wherever we want it to be. All right, boom, beautiful. Okay, so we got our little design over there. This design does look different from this side, but at least we have flowers and mushrooms. Now we can just fill in the rest. Okay, I totally forgot something. So we need to actually do the background first. So let's make sure that we just take all of these guys, okay, and we move them to the bottom. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. So because we forgot to put our background first, we don't need to delete them and then put the thing. That would be very, very tedious. What we can do is we can go to here, and then notice if I could place this. Yeah, so the background already goes behind, which is perfect because the water is supposed to be in front of the player, right? So when you dive in, it looks realistic. Yeah, so we can just put the background now after putting the water, but usually you want to put the background first, then the other things to make it faster. So notice how we can't go exactly there, so we got to do what we need to do before. We just draw what we need and then move it to where we want it to be. Okay, they kind of have to like estimate it a bit. For some reason I cannot place. Okay, can place there. Great. Okay, so just keep doing this. Right, you notice this panel will block it, right? So you just go like that. Now the only hard part is selecting everything. Okay. So now we're gonna have to move everything to where we want it to be, right? So let's just move it back in position. Okay, wait, I want this background to not be proper. All right, back into position. Deselect one, deselect that. All right. And then select these guys, move them back into position. Okay, so now do multi-select, don't swipe. This way we just get all the water. This is a tedious process. If we put the background first and then we put the water, it would be easier because remember I explained before. And we select something, it selects everything from behind, so you can't swipe now. You just have to click one by one. It would have been much easier if we put the background first and then the water. So now let's just go like this. Okay, select everything. Move about 4 times speed because we want. Oh no! It's got issues. Right, go by 1 pixel. Okay, perfect. No overlap. Okay, make sure everything is selected. There's no way to deselect, which is good, unless you deselect everything. You just keep clicking. Have to make sure all the water is selected. Okay. All right. Now let's move it. All right. So that's good. All our water is moving. Okay. So remember, if we did the background first. So, okay. Now, right when we select the water and move it on top, there's nothing behind, so we can actually use swiping with it. So now look, it's gonna be super easy. You don't have to do one by one. Let's get everything. Okay. Move by 1 time speed. Move it all the way down, right over here. Okay, deselect. And build this because we know it ends there. So now notice how I can't place it right next to that. And we need 2 columns. Notice like if you can estimate it, we have one here and one here. So we just need to move that. So just create that little thing over here. Okay, so just make this on the side. Okay, back to build. These guys are behind, so there's no issue for that. Move it to the side. Okay. Just line together, move it to the bottom. Okay, perfect. Now we can finally, like these guys. Okay, look now because there's nothing underneath the water, we don't have to select it one by one. Okay, go to 4 times speed. Okay, now it's all moving. Oh, okay, that cannot happen. We have to make sure it's intact. Okay. Need this boy over here to cooperate with us. Alright. Now look, now that everything's swiped, finally aligned. This would have been way easier if we put the background first. It should be good. Let's move by 1 pixel. Just adjust it. That's perfect. Okay. All is good except we're missing one piece. I'm just going to bring it all the way to top because that's how I wanted the pool to be at the very top of the water. Okay. Perfect. Deselect. Okay, so we're going to delete this bottom area because we didn't want that. Okay, so and then we can just draw the borders to the background. They're just going to be these walls. And notice how I didn't fill anything here, right? I didn't fill anything middle. I just draw a little wall beside. We can just do that as well, just so we can save time. Okay, so just like before, right? See how it doesn't go right to the side, so then just draw something on the side and then move it. Also make sure to add decorations by doing transform current, tilting it like this, right? And then, right, swiping it, and then you can just move it to the front wherever you want it, right? And just do that for all 4 corners. So just do that for this, make a wall here, make a bottom wall. I'm just gonna cut off that part. Okay, and this is how my decoration and 4 walls look like. Over here, I did not use snapping, I just placed a block. But obviously for the water, you need to do that and then just do some swiping and to be able to some swiping, and then I just moved everything where I need to, because swiping is snapped. Because y'all know how swiping is snapped, so you gotta draw the blocks bottom, wherever they are, and just move them to where you want. Now we're just gonna add some currencies. So you just place them here. Oh, right, that's making up. So whatever currency you're able to place, just make a little pathway. That's what I'm gonna do. So maybe like you start off here, right? Or you go over here. Um, I'm just gonna make it super simple, but you guys can easily just add these bigger obstacles that just move, right? So we're just gonna, add some little currency like this. Nothing too complicated, just some currencies and fish animals. But of course, you can add these actions and make it more cooler, other hazards. And then for those fish animals, you can just put them like here, and they'll basically just bang on the walls and move side to side in the water, kind of match that. Okay, and then we can obviously test it out by hitting play. Okay, just give the love letter some time. All right, now as you can see, we're rendering here 60 FPS. It's capped at 60, so of course my computer can play way faster, like 1,000 FPS. But it's capped at 60 because that will give us performance, right? And then we can just skip all this part, or check it out if you want. It's always cool to check out. And like right when you try to get the coins, you gotta watch out for these little boys over here. Mhm. Oof. Okay, so I can go somewhere here. Interesting how that smaller portal brought us to this large size portal. And then of course I can get hit by these guys. There's no way to kill them unless I add some superpowers, but it's really nice that we can go up and down and swim. And if nothing happens, we just float all the way back up. Yep. Oh no, I was about to die. Yep. There's no way to kill these guys. Um, and fireballs can go into water. So what we can do is we can zoom out, okay, move all the way over there, and we can just, we can add some power-ups. The only way to kill them is not by going on their heads, but just by shooting them. Because unlike these enemies, which you can kill by jumping on or shooting them with balls, these guys you can only kill with shooting with balls. Because they're fish, and fish are pretty tough. Puffer fish, they have spikes, so you can't go near them. You can shoot them. Right, so now, if you're able to collect the power up, then you should easily be able to do that. If I go back to this place, right? And if you guys are wondering why can't I just go to a specific area when testing, you can just add a portal that'll bring you to that area. So notice here, I'm just going here and then bring the portal. But you could add a portal from the very beginning and just bring us to the swimming pool straight away. Okay, and look at that slight gap there. Not a huge deal, but look, the water does not have no gaps. We're able to kill these guys. Um, Very nice. Oh, gotta watch out for him. If you want to add the zoom out trigger, you can. Let me just come out straight like that. See? And float back up like regular water. Very nice. Watch out for fireballs because they for some reason do not come out. Alright, that was it for this tutorial. Of course, you guys can add more to the swimming pool, like you can add the hazards that get bigger and smaller like before, or you can add moving blocks, which we'll cover in the next video. So just like how we covered it, how to make a tunnel, and this time simple, we'll cover how to make moving blocks, like those blocks that get bigger and smaller. Next time, moving blocks. That's it. I'll see you in the next.